Hi everyone. Hi, how are you? I'm tired. How are you? I'm sleepy. Hi everyone. Good morning. Happy Sunday. I'm actually kind of sad it's Sunday. And by actually, I mean I'm really sad it's Sunday because that means I have to go to school tomorrow. But you guys, tomorrow is technically my last week of school, right? Yeah. Tomorrow's technically my last week of school, and then I only have two classes next week. So, I can do it. But yeah, I'm sad. I don't want to go to school. I don't want it to be Sunday, but we are not gonna let that energy take over our day. And we're gonna seize the day, besties. Also, I don't like that I'm wearing color right now. I was gonna wear a black shirt, but I can't find it. Guys, I've decided I'm anti-color. It was so funny because yesterday I met up with like some new people that I've never met before, and like the aesthetic differences was so funny. Like half of us were wearing all black, half of us were wearing like pink and like colorful things, and it was just like, wow. I really do have the all black aesthetic. Hey bestie, heart. Hey bestie, heart. I'm sick sadly. Nar, bestie, nar. That's so sad. I'm doing okay. I'm just tired. Yesterday was freaking exhausting. It was so much fun, and I had such a great time yesterday. And obviously Friday was exhausting as well. But I'm tired, guys. I'm exhausted. I want to sleep. But no, I'm awake. Don't worry, I'm awake. Yeah. I'm going through like the 5 stages of grief of like, do I actually want to put on makeup today or no? Cause I don't know. Sometimes like, guys, you guys know I have like an overwhelming amount of self-confidence. Sometimes I'm like, I don't need makeup. Today might be one of those days where I'm like, no, Ariel, you're stunning. And I should get that checked out. Like, I have too much self-confidence. It's not even funny. I'm kidding. Guys, I'm kidding. Okay, I'm kidding. Kind of. Not really, but I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, the past 2 days have been kind of insane. And I was like sitting on the bus yesterday and I had like a mental breakdown realization of like what's about to happen in this upcoming week. And then I literally like actually had a mental breakdown on the bus, guys. Like, I'm not even kidding. I had a mental breakdown on the bus. Like, I'm not prepared for this week at all. Did you see Hyunjin's forehead PC? I did. I love all of the PCs, honestly, for this comeback. They're so cute. I'm so excited to buy the album. I haven't bought the album yet, but that's because, okay, I was supposed to go to the pop-up store yesterday. Did not realize you need a reservation. So then I did not go to the pop-up store. But I went to Stray Kids' fan meeting and I got to see all the boys very up close. It was very, very overwhelming, let me tell y'all. But I waited for like 5 hours standing in the sun, so I deserved it. But I am going to the pop-up store on Tuesday, so I will film it then. I'm going to get Lucky Draws on Tuesday. I got a slot for Tuesday, but I didn't realize you had to reserve. I was not mentally, emotionally, physically prepared for that, so. Good job, Ariel. Another great one. Good job. But yeah, I didn't realize you had to reserve a slot, so I was like, okay. That's great. But I did reserve one, so don't worry, everyone. I got a slot. We're going on Tuesday. But that means I've just seen everyone like unbox the album, and I'm just sitting here like twiddling my thumbs, like me when. But it's okay. I don't want to buy too many dupes anyways because I'm moving and I don't need duplicates of albums right now. Like, I don't need anything, but I keep buying things and I'm like, gosh darn, Ariel, stop this. Stop this. This energy needs to stop. But it's okay. Happens. But yeah. I went to Stray Kids' outdoor mini fan meeting yesterday, which was so much fun. It was a free like mini fan meeting after their pre-recording and their live performance on the show. What was it? What show was it? The show? Music Core? I have no idea. Anyways, they performed on the music show. It was SBS. I don't remember what that is. Anyways, but they had like a little like 1 hour like outdoor fan meeting where they basically like they performed as class. And then they like did like a little thing where like all the fans who got into their pre-recording like wrote them notes, and then they picked out of a bag and like read the notes and like responded to the notes. So like it would be like, oh, like tell each member this, or like can you sing this song, or can you do this, or like can you talk about this. And then they kind of just talked for a while, to be honest. Like they were just kind of chatting, and then they came around to all of the fans who were standing around, and they said hi to everyone, and then they left. So it was really fun. It was pretty short for the amount of time that I waited. It was really short, but it was really cool to see them, obviously. And I don't think I'll probably see S-Class performed unless like they do end of the year award shows, or go to more festivals this summer, which I don't know if they will, because obviously I can't go to the fan meeting. So it was really nice to see them kind of more casually as well. Like they seemed quite comfortable, and it was really fun. So yeah, woo, and it was free. The best part, it was free. Woohoo! But yeah, it was kind of crazy. It was so much fun. They came so close to where we were. Like I was like maybe 4 people away from the barricade, so I got to see them up quite close. It was quite fun. Yeah. And then, oh my god, you guys, Dream on Friday? Literally lost my mind. I actually went feral. Like, I knew I was gonna go feral because, like, literally, like, I knew I was gonna go feral, but I went more feral than I thought. But I'm kind of upset I didn't go yesterday, because if y'all saw the pictures of yesterday, if y'all stan Dream and you saw the pictures of yesterday, besties, I almost lost my mind. Almost lost my mind. But yeah, it was very fun. I've had such a great weekend, and the next weekend I get to see TXT, and I'm like, so that means, if you guys don't realize, that means Friday I saw Dream, Saturday I saw Stray Kids, and then next Saturday and Sunday I'm seeing TXT. So within the span of 1 week, I'm gonna see like my 3 top ults in the span of 1 week. I just spat. Isn't that freaking insane, you guys? Like, I thought about that on the bus, and I was like, my life is freaking crazy. Like, I can't believe I'm seeing all of them within the span of a week. Like, all my boys in a week. Insane. Insanity. Are you gonna collect OT8? I collect OT8 for all of their albums, so of course. Of course. I'm booked. I know, I'm booked and busy. And I'm so happy. And I'm so excited to see TXT. I feel like it's been way too long, even though I just saw them in March. Like, I feel like I've been missing them way too much. So I'm super excited for Reaper's Con, and obviously to go to Japan to see them as well. But it's so crazy. I'm honestly so glad. First of all, I'm so glad I bought the ticket to see Dream, because as you guys know, I originally wasn't gonna see Dream. Oh god, there's little flies everywhere in my room and they're pissing me off. But I originally wasn't gonna see Dream because of like financial issues, and like I was like, oh, like, you know, I'm moving, I shouldn't spend the money, blah blah blah. But my mom was kind of like, Ariel, just go, like, it's your birthday, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, it's my birth month, you guys know. I celebrate the entire month of June because it's my birth month. Even though I'm going to Japan for my birthday, she was like, oh, like, you know, like, just go. And I was like, okay, you're right. So I went, and I had such a great time, and I got to actually like sit with my friend at the concert. And like it was so much fun. And then yesterday, like, I actually wasn't gonna go yesterday to the fan meeting. Like, I told my friend I would go, but then yesterday morning I woke up and I was really tired from the concert, so I was like, oh, I don't want to go. And then last minute I was like, no, okay, I'll go. And like, I'm so glad I went, because we got to see them up so close, and like I got to see them perform, like, obviously, like S-Class, and like it was just so much fun to see them. Like, I haven't seen Stray Kids in so long as well, so it was so much fun to see them. And then now next weekend I got to see my boy, and I'm like, anyways, I feel quite happy these days, even though I know this week is gonna absolutely just like crumble everything, because this week is finals week. So are there any chances you can see TXT in Lollapalooza? I would love to go to Lollapalooza, but I don't like festivals in general, and I can't fly to America right now. Honestly, I would consider it. It's in the summer, so I would definitely consider it, but the issue is I just can't fly to Chicago to go to Chicago. If I fly to America, I have to fly home. Like, I would feel way too guilty. Like, honestly, I wanted to see TXT in America in San Antonio and or LA. I was thinking of flying to either of those. But the thing is, if I fly to America, I have to fly home. Like, I would feel so freaking guilty to be in the country and not see my family, especially because I never get to see my family. And I think my mother would literally end me if she saw me in America and not at home. So the only way I would see TXT is if they were in New York or Boston. Because if they were in New York, I could stop at home very quickly and just like go to New York very quickly. And obviously they did have a New York stop, but I was not gonna go to New York at that time. So unfortunately Lala is out of the question, but I would love to see them at Lala. Although I can't lie, Lala scares me because big crowds freak me out, and also American concerts scare me. American festivals scare me more though. So I don't think Lala, I would have fun at it, but I mean, like, obviously it would be great to see the boys, but I'm gonna enjoy watching the live stream from the comfort of my home here. But I would love to go to Lala, but I would feel too guilty. Where's your hometown? I'm from Massachusetts. I tell everyone I'm from Boston, but I'm not from Boston. Because it's like, if you guys know, like, America, the American cities are so small. Like, some of them can be so small. So I feel like we all kind of just say we're from a big city when we're not. It's kind of like saying, like, you're from Seoul, but, like, Seoul has so many different, like, districts. So, like, you're not really, like, yeah, you live in Seoul, but, like, you're not really, like, yeah, you're from Seoul, but, like, I don't live, like, it doesn't make sense. Anyways, I say I'm from Boston, but I'm not from Boston. So, like, when anyone ever asks me, like, oh, like, do you know about this place in Boston? I'm like, no, I don't go to Boston ever. But I just say I'm from Boston. Because if I say Massachusetts, a lot of people who are not American don't know what Massachusetts is. Which is fair. I agree. But yeah. I'm from Boston. That's why, oh my god, you guys, on Friday, Runjun, during the encore, came out in, like, a little Boston hat, and I was like, he was wearing a Red Sox hat, and I was like, suddenly, I am from Boston. I was like, suddenly, I'm American, I'm from Boston. Like, I know that there is probably a possibility that there was another person from Massachusetts in the audience, but that was for me. Like, it was actually just for me. Like, he did that for me and for me only. And I literally have a clip of me going, is that a Boston hat? Anyways, Runjun did that for me. Hi, how are you? I'm doing pretty good. I'm tired, and I think I definitely need rest. Like, I'm really tired, guys. I'm tired, and I know that this week is gonna be a lot, but I'm doing pretty good. I'm just really happy. I've been really happy these past couple weeks, and I'm excited to see TXT. I'm excited to go to Japan. I'm excited for school to be over, but it's gonna be a hard week because this is finals week, so this week is gonna suck. Your chain is so pretty, thanks. My Axe Sweet Mirage chain. Actually, you guys, I was going through it yesterday because I was like, what the frick am I gonna wear to Weavers Con? I think I've decided my Sunday outfit, because Sunday is gonna be the outdoor, like, fieldy one. So I think I've decided what I'm wearing Sunday. But for Saturday, it's predicted to rain the entire day, and TXT are only performing inside, so I could just go later and just, like, only go for the inside, which means I have to miss everyone outside, which means I have to miss Enhypen, which means I would be so depressed because I want to see Bite Me live, but I can't decide what I'm going to wear on Saturday. I don't have to really worry too much about being, like, overheated or anything, because Saturday is more chill, because I'll be inside most of the day, but I cannot freaking decide what to wear on Saturday. Saturday, honestly, the thing is, Saturday I'm not going to be that close, whereas Sunday I'm going to really, really, really try for Barricade. So I need to look cuter on Sunday, but the thing is, my outfit for Sunday that I have picked out is not that cute because it's more functional. Because I'm going to be in the sun for many hours. So I'm like, I don't know what to wear. I think I really like the outfit that I picked for Sunday, though. I think it's cute. Like, it's cute and functional, whereas, like, for Saturday, I'm like, what the heck do I wear? I think I'm gonna go colorful because, as you guys know, all I do is wear black. And I feel like if I have to go to a concert, I should wear colorful clothing because, as y'all know, I do not wear I'm like, I don't know why I'm so allergic to color most days. And then you see me at a concert and I'm like suddenly like a rainbow and I'm like, oh, that doesn't make sense. But yeah. I think I've decided though what I'm gonna wear. I have not decided what I'm wearing in Japan though. I did go shopping for Japan and I still can't decide. Like, Japan is a myth as of right now. I have no idea what I'm wearing in Japan. But I mean, my dream outfit I made the day of, so anything is possible. But also, Dream had a dress code, so it was so much easier to pick an outfit for Dream because, one, Dream, all you have to do is wear green and you're already there. And then 2, the outfit was school uniform, so I had like a plaid skirt. So I wore a green sweater with a plaid skirt and I was like, uniform. So Dream was easy, but for TXT, obviously, Weaver's Con, like, there's no uniform, and for TXT's concert in Japan, there's no uniform, so I'm like, uniform, dress code. So I'm like, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens, but we'll see. I haven't decided yet. I think the only thing I've decided is day 2. Sunday, Weaver's Con, I know what I'm wearing because I need to wear something practical. Practical to stand in the sun. How did you survive 2 ults in 2 days? Well, actually, I've seen Dream and Stray Kids on the same night multiple times, so... Actually, oh my god, guys, I've seen all 3 of them on the same night in one day. I saw Dream, TXT, and Stray Kids all in one day at Gayo Daejeon for Christmas, so that was pretty fun. But I don't know, I've seen them all in one day before. It was kind of different though, because like obviously for Dream I was very far away, so I couldn't see them up close, but for Stray Kids, they were like, and I was like, wow. But it was fun. I don't know, I had a great time. I was gonna say, I had a great time. I had such a good time. Like, honestly, I had such a lovely time. It was so much fun. Both were so much fun. Although, I can't lie, I'm a little gutted I didn't get to go to see Dream yesterday. Because if I was at yesterday's concert, I think I would have had an actual mental breakdown. So, maybe it was for the best, but yesterday, the stuff that happened at yesterday's concert, those fans won. Like, they really won. Like, they really won. Like, for real, like, I don't know what they did in their past lives, but they won. When I saw the clips of yesterday's concert, I genuinely was like, I was like, oh. But yeah. Guys. Like, what am I doing today? I'm going shopping because all I do is shop. We cannot discuss yesterday. I know, literally. Anyways, me violently starts screaming. Should I just wear a hat today? I kind of want to wear a bucket hat, but I have no idea where any of my hats are. Guys, this is the issue with moving. Yesterday, I wanted to take my little puppy M to the Stray Kids fan meeting, and it literally took me 30 minutes to find him because I had no idea where he was. I labeled all my bags and I still couldn't find him. Like, I labeled one of my bags plushies and I couldn't find him. He was stuck underneath everything and I was like, no. But yeah, being in the middle of moving while also trying to do things is like, oh. Are you going for Stray Kids Lucky Draws today or not? So for Stray Kids, you had to get a ticket, like apply for like a slot. And I didn't realize until after. So I did get a slot, but it's in Tuesday. So I'm going Tuesday for Lucky Draws. I was supposed to go yesterday, obviously, but then we realized you needed a slot. And I was like, that's awkward. My friend and I were like, oh. Because we were supposed to go yesterday. But in hindsight, it worked out, obviously, because we got to go to the fan meeting. But yeah. We're going Tuesday for Lucky Draws. Tuesday. Because Tuesday is a holiday in Korea, but I still have school. Because my professor was like, we can't miss school. And I was like, okay. I guess. It's like in their Independence Day. It's like going to school on the 4th of July. And I'm like, that doesn't make sense. But it's also Hitan's birthday. Like, it's a national holiday. But whatever. It's because we have our exam on Thursday that he's like, we can't miss this day. And I was like, whatever. I guess that's fine. But my other professor canceled. So I was like, I'm going to school for one class. And I'm like, that does not make me feel good about anything. But what can you do, besties? What can you do? Are you excited for Taeyong Solo? I am excited for Taeyong Solo. I'm so excited. All of the teasers look so good. I also just love that man with like my full heart and soul. And I feel like anything he does, I will just like stream it. So I'm so excited. I'm excited to see also like the concept because I haven't really watched or listened to any kind of like teasers in terms of like what it sounds like. I've only seen like the picture teasers. The picture teasers are quite cool. Like the aesthetic is quite him, which I'm really excited about. So I don't know. I love Boo Boo. I'll probably buy his album. I tell myself, like, I'm not gonna buy things, and I'm probably gonna buy Boo Boo's album because I love him so much. Boo Boo. I love you, boo boo. When does this come out? I don't actually have no idea. That's a really good question. Let me open twitter.com. I don't have any service on this phone. I was gonna try and stream on this phone again, but as you guys know from my Stray Kids countdown live, it didn't work, so. Oh, I really want to buy more jewelry today because I killed my ring, you guys. Like, it's all rusted. Isn't that so sad? 6:05. What's 6:05? That's tomorrow, no? Oh my god, his solo's tomorrow. Oh my god, boo-boo. My ring got all rusted, so I need to get new jewelry. This one's not too bad. But I need new jewelry. Oh my god, guys, everyone, Talent Solo is tomorrow. Boo-boo. Tomorrow at 6 p.m, everyone. Get excited. Monday at 6 p.m. Also, you guys, I told myself, I was like, Ariel, you don't need to go to any more concerts for, like, non-ults. Like, you'll get over it, blah, blah, blah. I tried for the Enhypen raffle. I saw the raffle open, and I was like, maybe I should just try. So I tried for the Enhypen raffle. If I don't get in, I don't know if I'll do ticketing. It depends on when the ticketing is. Honestly, I did not check. But I tried for the Enhypen raffle. I know. Ariel, stupid. But I had to. My friend was like, oh, are you going to try? And then I was like, okay, yeah, I'll try. So, yeah, I tried. I was like, yeah, might as well. Literally, all my friend had to do was be like, are you gonna try? And I was like, okay, you've convinced me. Also, I just love Enhypen's new comeback, and I love their album, and I love them. And I feel like since I had such a bad experience at their last concert, I want to really enjoy this one. So, yeah, I tried. Even though it's freaking expensive. Oh my god. K-pop concerts in Korea have gone so much more expensive. How do raffles work? Do you apply, and if you win, you pay? Yeah, so in Korea, how it works is you apply, like, from a certain period. So they'll be like, okay, from Monday to Friday, you can apply for the raffle. And then usually, like, a week or two later, you find out if you get in. If you get in, you have a certain amount of days to pay for your ticket. So usually it's, like, again, like, Monday to Friday, or, like, you have, like, 5 days or whatever to pay. And as long as you pay, you get your ticket, and you just don't know where you're gonna sit. When you get the picked for the raffle, they pick a random seat for you. So you find out your seat, again, like, a week later. It's usually, like, by weeks or whatever. But I think the raffle is until this weekend, no? And, well, it's the weekend. But we find out the 14th if we got in or not, which is also the same day I find out about TXT Japan soundcheck. So I'm like, that's too much for me. But in Japan, actually, it works differently because for the TXT Japan raffle, we had to input our credit card information when we applied for the raffle. So they automatically paid us when we got in. Like, we automatically paid for it when we got in. But for Korean raffles, you have to pay for it. Like, when you find out you get in, that's when you pay for it. So it's quite interesting. Like, you have to input your information. It kind of works the same way. Like, they still charge you at the same time. But it was so much more convenient for Japan because I didn't have to do shit. Like, once I applied, like, they already had my payment information. They just took it out of my account. And I was like, all right, sounds good to me. Yeah, they were like, you won. And I was like, okay. So that was pretty fun. But, yeah. You pay when you find out if you win in Korea. And from my experience, like, the faster you pay, the better ticket you get. But I don't know if that's true. From my experience, that's how it is. Because both for Enhypen and for TXT, their fan meeting, I bought the tickets pretty quickly and I got really good seats. But then for Lovesick, TXT's tour, I got in and I didn't get a good seat. So sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know. I don't know if it's true, but I always try and just buy it as quickly as I can. Do most concerts in Korea go by raffles? Hybe, Big Hit, Hybe does. Others, no. Are you a K-popper? Do I like K-pop? What's K-pop? I've never heard of K-pop before. But yeah, that's probably, like, what I'll say. From my experience, other groups don't do raffles. They just do fan club ticketing, which is, like, pre-sale ticketing for anyone who has fan club. But most concerts work the same way in the sense of fan club ticketing, where, like, you have to, like, authorize yourself, pre-authorize yourself, and then you can apply for, like, the concert tickets or whatever. I mean, you can get the tickets or whatever, but yeah. I would say most groups have the same system in terms of fan club, but in terms of lottery, I haven't really seen other groups do lottery other than like Hype. What groups are you in the official fan club for? TXT, Stray Kids, and Hypin, Treasure, BTS, NCT 127, NCT Dream, Ravy, EXO. I think that's it. I think only those ones. I don't know. I have tried to. I have TXT Japanese fan club membership as well. But for Korean fan club, those ones. I think that's it. Treasure and Hypin, TXT, BTS. I'm trying to think of all the ones on Weverse. Treasure and Hypin, BTS, TXT. No? Is there any more? I don't think so. I think that's it. Stray Kids is on a different one. And then I have all of like the Kwangya ones for all of NCT, 127, Wavy Dream, and then I have EXO as well. Do you like Mexico? I've never been, but I do like Mexico. Have you seen the EXO-CBX news? I have seen the EXO-CBX news. I have. Freedom. All I will say is freedom. I can't decide if I want to look bald today. Guys, should we go for a bald look today? Maybe bald is the way to go. I could wear a hat. I always wear hats though. Have you started your 5-star collection? No, I haven't bought any albums yet. I'm going to the Lucky Draws on Tuesday, so I'll start buying albums and like getting PCs on Tuesday. So Tuesday will be the day that I will start. Although my friend did get Music Korea pobs, and she said she would give me Singmin, and I was like, for me. But yeah, no, I haven't gotten any albums yet. I do need to get the digipacks. So I'll do that at some point. That'd probably be smart of me to do at some point. But yes, I need to get the digipacks. But again, I think I'm only gonna buy digis for Bias Line and then kind of see from there. I don't know though, because I'm trying not to buy a lot of stuff right now because obviously I'm moving, so there's literally no point for me to buy things because I have to move it to another place. But after I move, maybe I would consider like buying OT8 because I kind of like the digis. The reason I didn't do OT8 case files was like for many different reasons, but also I don't really like the case files. So since I like the digipacks more, like the designs are cuter, I saw them in person. My friend had them yesterday. I would probably consider doing OT8 digis. So yeah, I'd probably consider doing OT8 digis. I'm Mexican and you? I am American, but I'm Cuban. I'm Latina. I'm Cuban American. Yo soy cubana. Cubana. Pero yo no puedo hablar en español. Lo siento. You can say hola. Sí, yo puedo hablar un poco en español, pero yo no puedo hablar bien. Lo siento. Lo siento, lo siento. Yo no tengo so stressful for him, for real. I'm not too worried, honestly, because of the amount of albums between me, all of me and my friends. Like, I feel like I'll get OTA quite easily. Amo tu español. Gracias. Muchas gracias. 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 But I'm not too worried about the album PCs because the album PCs here are also super cheap. I'm more worried about like the digis and like limited stuff because I feel like that's always the hardest part to get. But in terms of comebacks, this is actually a pretty easy comeback to like collect. In my head, in terms of Stray Kids, this is pretty simple comeback to collect, so I'm not too worried, honestly. Because this is what 3 album cards and then the digipack cards. So it's like what, 4 sets? No? Is there 5 sets? No. Is it 4 or 5 sets? Regardless, there's not that many cards to collect. I feel like there's been worse comebacks, so. Jewel case hard for real. I feel like the thing with Hyunjin and like digipacks is that like if you don't buy OTA and you don't pull him, you're fucked. 5 sets? Okay. Well, I'm not too worried, don't worry. Don't worry, I'm not worried. Although I'm kind of sad though, because my friend did buy Target copies for me and her, and we did not pull Singmin. And she also bought Bronze and Nobles, and we did not pull Singmin. So I'm like, are you going to Korea? Yo vivo in Korea. Oh, lo siento. Yo vivo en Korea. Yo vivo en Korea. Yo vivo en Seoul. Vivo in Seoul. I bought all 8 digis. Yeah. Honestly, as long as you pull Hyunjin once, you're fine. If you don't pull him at all, that's when I would start sweating. That's what, for me, for ordinary. The ordinary jewel cases, that Hyunjin was a little... Wow. Oh my god. Because, I didn't pull him at all. And then every time I would try to go buy him, he would be so expensive, like more than the actual digi. And I'd be like, think you'll stand 0 base 1. That's the Boys Planet group, no? My guess is no. But also, I have to listen to their music. I have no idea anything about them. No easy. Yeah, no easy. No easy was perfect. No easy. I pulled him twice. I was like, this is beautiful. Chef's kiss. Mwah. Thank you, king. But then for ordinary hated me. Ordinary was like, no, we're not gonna give you Hyunjin. I was like, ah. Because I was like, no, he's so difficult to collect. But it's okay. I survived. I finally bought him eventually. But I bought him for way more money than I would have liked to have spent, but la la la. I had to finish the OTA collection. It was actually pissing me off because like for like the span of like, I think it was like 6 months, I was only missing that one card and I was like, all right, Ariel, just freaking buy it. It's probably because of the red hair, yeah. Everyone was kind of like in a chokehold for that, which like I understand, like he looked great, but why? It's too expensive. But it's okay. It's okay, it's okay. I bought it. I'm excited to see like all of like the pobs and stuff though. I'm not collecting pobs this era, but I'll definitely like get the ones like maybe that I like or whatever, but I'm excited to see. I'm also excited because Dream announced their comeback, but they also, the issue is, they were like, oh yeah, comeback's gonna be this month. And I was like, why this month? Like, you couldn't have just put it off until July. You couldn't have waited a second. No, they're like, no, comeback's this month. And I was like, great. If they have the comeback before I move, I will actually start violently screaming. I'm letting everyone know, but I don't think they will. There's like not enough time. There's not enough time. Do it after I move, please. PLZ for me. PLZ for me. His hair looks good this era. He looks beautiful this era. But let me tell y'all, Singmin's orange hair, I was screaming. I was violently screaming yesterday. And they all had little clips in their hair, and I was like, I will literally cry my eyes out right now. Also, Mino's hair suits him so well this era. Wow, he looked beautiful. Oh my god. He looks so stunning. Wow, I loved it. I also love Felix's hair, like the bright blue. He looks stunning. Stunning. Do you know if Dream's comeback will be a mini or a full album? No, because we don't know. We don't know. Yeah, they just announced that they are having a comeback. And they said this month. And I was like, this month? This month? Literally all of, I know. I love Jisung's hair too. Oh my god. Jisung, I think, is sick or something because he was definitely not high energy at all yesterday and I felt really bad. And some of the people that I met that went into the pre-recording said he looked really, really tired. And honestly, during the entire fan meeting, he like barely talked because he looked really exhausted. So I hope he's getting a lot of rest and I hope he's not sick. But he looked beautiful. Oh my god, I was like screaming violently. He looked beautiful. He looked so stunning. Like his hair suits him so well. I hope if he is sick, I hope he recovers soon because, oh, I felt so bad. He looked so tired. I was like, no, King, get rest. But he still came and he still like waved at everyone with like a big smile and I was like, but a lot of people said also too that they heard him like in the pre-recording when they were doing like the multiple takes. he was coughing a lot, and then he like didn't sing live until they actually like were doing like the recording. Because if you guys don't know how pre-recording works, they rehearse and then they shoot it live like multiple takes. Like they don't do it in one take. It's like multiple times they shoot the actual stage, and then they kind of just like pick the best one to do live. But they said that he only like sang it like twice, and I was like, oh. And then apparently like right after they finished, like he just like ran off, and I was like, no. But I hope he's doing well. Get that boy some rest. Yeah. But yeah. That's kind of how life has been. I'm so stressed out for this week, but I have to make it to Friday. Once I get to Friday, everything will be fine. But it's like I have a whole like 10-page paper due Saturday, which is like a later issue. And then I have like a whole paper due Saturday as well. I have 2 papers due Saturday. I think I have an assignment due next Monday that I kind of have to deal with, but I'm pretending it doesn't exist. And then I have 3 finals on Thursday. So I'm just like, la. But yeah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I'll be good. You're not on summer break yet? No, we finish school next week, next Wednesday, the 14th of June. And I have a final on the 14th, of course, because I can't freaking win anything. I have to have a final on the 14th. I'm like, are you kidding? I think it is though. Actually, the thing is, I don't really know when the final is because the professor has never said. I thought it was supposed to be this week, but then he's like, no, we still have another week left. And I was like, huh? So I don't really know. I have no idea what's happening, to be honest. But I do know that I have 3 finals on Thursday. Yay me. But 3 of my classes don't have finals. 4 of them do. So I have 3 on Thursday and then 1 another day. And then I have a paper due on Saturday. And then I have we have to do like a video project for one of my classes. That's due next Monday. And then I have another paper due for my meditation class. I have to write a paper on meditation. Woohoo. And I think that's the only assignments I have. I think I might have one more assignment for another class, but I don't know what it is. So I'm just pretending it's not happening. As I do. I don't know. Honestly, guys, I've kind of given up. Like, I kind of given up on school. Like, obviously, I'll get all my work done. You guys know. I always do all my work, but I've given up on school. I don't want to do anything. I'm too tired. Honestly, I'm too tired. I'm a little bit, like, drained. It doesn't feel like June because I'm still in school. It's obviously June 4th, and, like, I'm gonna be 23 soon, guys. Oh, I need to get a life. It's so sad. Anyways, gonna cry my eyes out. You know, I just said I'm gonna be 23, and I'm like, yeah, damn, I should put some makeup on. All right, let's put a little makeup on, guys, so I don't feel too ugly. 3 finals in one day sounds miserable, bestie, I know. And the thing is, it's all business, like similar, not similar, like, 잠시만요. How do you say that in English? The information is not like super similar, but they're all pretty overlapping classes. So I'm like, ugh. And 2 of them are just multiple choice, so that'll be fine. But one of them is like fill in the blank and essays, and I'm like, why? But one of them's only 30 minutes long because it's only 20 questions, so that one shouldn't be that bad. And I really don't care about that class because I hate the professor. Like, she annoyed me to no extent this semester, so I really don't care if I get a good grade or not. Like, I want to get a good grade, but she pisses me off, so I don't care. And then the other one, I kind of feel like I'll get a good grade regardless of how I do because the professor loves me. And then in the last one, where the writing one, I know I'm not going to get a good grade because the professor hates me. So I'm like, it's okay. I want to get good grades, obviously, because the better grades you get, the more scholarships you get. That's how it works in Korea for foreigners. Like, for international students, like, the better you do, like, depending on your GPA, you get a certain percentage of your tuition off. And I got a really good GPA last semester, so I got, like, 60% of tuition off this semester. But I've kind of gotten to the point where, like, if I don't get, like, the same GPA as last semester, I'm not going to cry because this semester has killed me. Like, it's absolutely killed me. So, yeah. My parents have also been, like, you know, like, you don't need to get a 4.0 again. Like, if you drop in your GPA, like, you'll be fine. And I was like, okay. Because last semester I got a 4.0, so I'm trying to be not too hard on myself, but I'm getting a little I'm getting angry at myself because it's just that one class has been so hard on me, like so hard on me. And it's like being treated badly by the professor has just been like so mentally draining and exhausting. So I'm trying to like not let it get to me, but like it's getting to me, you know what I mean? I'm trying to be like, everything's fine, Ariel, like get over it, ha ha ha, but then it's like really getting to me. So the thing is, like, I'm such like a, like, I don't care if people don't like me, but like they have to have a good reason to not like me. Like, you cannot like me because like, okay, our personalities don't mix, or like, you know, like we have different ideals or whatever. But like people who just like blatantly don't like me for no reason really drive me insane. And this professor blatantly doesn't like me just because I'm foreign. And I'm like, my dude, like, I can't change the fact that I'm foreign, but I'm sitting here, I'm answering your questions, like, I'm listening to your lectures as hard as I fucking can, and, like, you still just treat me poorly, and I'm like, there's only so much I can freaking do. Like, I can't change the fact that I'm foreign. I'm so sorry. Like, I'm so sorry. Yeah, he drives me insane, so. But this has happened to me many a time, so it's not, like, my first rodeo, but it still pisses me off every time. Because I really, like, I can't stand, like, again, I can't stand when people don't like me for no good reason. Like, if you have a reason to not like me, okay, sure. But when you don't like me just for, like, something, like, very, like, annoying, like, that pisses me off. I'm a people pleaser. And also, especially if teachers don't like me, I get super, like, upset about it because I'm such, like, a, not to be rude, but like I'm in like an active participant in class, and I always try so hard to like listen to what the teacher is saying and to like follow along in classes, and I always pay attention in class. Like, I am not the kind of student to slack off during class. Like, it stresses me out if I slack off. Honestly, like if I get a text message during class, I get anxiety because I'm like, I cannot talk to you right now. I have to do this work. Except for my business class. That one business class where I hate the professor, I slack off in that class. But that's a different story though. I hate the professor. She's given me no reason to like her. But, like, in this one class, like, I pay attention. I am trying my hardest. And he still just, like, treats me like shit. So I'm like, okay, that's great. But, yeah, we get over it. We move. It'll be fine. Once I finish. It's okay, though, because I thought, like, I was doing horribly. But then the class average, most of the students are Korean. There's, like, only, like, I want to say, like, 6 foreign students. The class average for the midterm was a 22% out of 100. 22. So when I got my grade and I like literally almost passed out thinking that I'm the worst person in the existence of the world and that I should give up on Korean because I suck and I'm a failure at life, and then he told me the class average, I was like, okay. Like, I did really bad, but at least everyone else did bad too, you know? 22, yeah, 22. The highest grade in the class was, I think, a 35 or something like that. Yeah. So my grade wasn't that bad in terms of everyone else's grades. Yeah. I literally, like, I saw my grade and I almost passed out. Like, I was literally sitting there violently sweating. And then he was like, oh, yeah, the class average was a 22. And I was like, oh, okay. It's not just me. I'm not just a failure at life. Like, I don't suck at Korean that much. Like, it's just everyone sucks, I guess. Even the natives suck, so. Yeah. But I've heard, like, from, like, I feel like what I've heard from other students who have taken his classes before is like he always grades like that. So I just will never take his class again unless it's taught in English. I've decided that if I ever have a professor that I really hate and I'm taking their class in Korean, I will never take their class in Korean again, but I will take their class in English. Because I did that with my professor last semester. Last semester, I had a professor who literally treated me so poorly. He always picked on me during class. He would always question my Korean abilities, but he also liked me in the same sense because he was like, wow, it's so interesting that, like, you're foreign, but, like, you speak Korean so well. And he had a class this semester that was taught in English, so I took it just because I knew I would get to piss him off by saying, like, really, like, eloquent, like, big English words. So, haha, sucks. But then he came over to me one day. He's like, Ariel, why are you taking this class in English? And I was like, because I want to. And he's like, no, you should take more Korean classes. I'm like, you literally told me last semester I suck at Korean. Stop this. 재밌다. What subject is that? The one that I hate the professor is organizational communications. 조직 communication. Organizational communications. also don't give a crap about communication. So it's like, the thing is, most of these classes are really pointless for me because I already kind of know what job I'm heading in the direction towards, and I don't really need these skills for any of the, like, the jobs that I really want. Like, okay, yeah, business is business, and, like, knowing these things is not gonna hurt me in the future, but, like, for what I want to do, like, it's really not that important to know these kinds of things, so I kind of just sit there and I'm like, all right, I'm just memorizing to get good grades, like, at this point. And the thing is, I don't really need, like, obviously, a really, really good GPA to graduate. I just need to graduate. But I'm very hard on myself. And I had a 4.0 most of my college experience, so I'm really hard on them. Like, I'm really hard on myself. Did you need to take them? No, that's the stupid part. I did not need to take this class. I only took it because it was, like, the one business class that I was like, okay, I can get into this class, I'll take it. But it's not a required class. So I'm like, Ariel, why'd you do this to yourself? But I always do these things to myself. Like, the other two were required, so, like, whatever. Like, I can't change that. But this one, the communications class, I did not have to take. I just took it. And I'm like, Ariel, why would you sit here and suffer? But the first day that I went, the professor was so nice. He, like, came up to me. He, like, asked me about, like, where I'm from. He, like, asked me, like, how comfortable I am Korean. Like, he wanted to get to know me. But then after that, he, like, started treating me poorly. And I was like, all right. But I didn't drop out the first class. I was like, damn it. So, what can you do? I was like, during the first class, I was like, oh, I won't be that bad. Like, ha ha ha, like, I'll be fine. I was not fine. Literally cried myself to sleep every Thursday night. But it's almost over. This week is my last week. I will make it. And this week is just the exam. So if I fail this exam, I don't care. Yeah. I feel like I never really get to talk to you guys about, like, the bad parts of going to school here. And I never want to, like, obviously be outright, like, school here sucks, because, like, honestly, I've been treated quite well by a lot of people, but there's still a very, not, like, negative connotation, but first, overall, I'll just say overall, foreign students, like, just foreign international students, like, regardless of where you're from, have a bad reputation for slacking off and for not participating enough, especially because we're taking it in another language. There's, like, that really big, like, oh, they're taking it in Korean, so they're not going to work as hard, or they don't understand what's going on. And it's not just, like, for Western students, it's, like, for any foreign student, like, they have that reputation. But the issue is, like, I worked really, really hard to learn Korean. As you guys know, I went to school for a year and a half to learn Korean. I spent thousands upon thousands of dollars to learn the language, to be able to take these classes, and I only learned for a year and a half, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't study this language my entire life, you know? I learned in a year and a half, and I'm able to take these classes. I'm able to sit in that classroom and understand 60 to 70% of what the professors are saying, and I can actively participate in class and have conversations with my classmates. So whenever they, like, try to test my abilities or, like, try to make me feel bad about myself, I remember that. I remember that I learned this language in a year and a freaking half, and I've worked my ass off to be where I am, and I deserve to be where I am. So regardless of whatever anyone thinks of me, like, I freaking did that, and, like, I have done more in a year and a half than they've probably done in their entire lives in English, so I don't care. Like, I just, honestly, you have to get over it and just be like, I don't give a shit on your opinion on how you think I'm, like, how well you think I speak Korean, because I've done all of this in under 2 years. You know what I mean? Most people, it takes many, many more years than that to learn a language, and to be able to take university level classes in under 2 years, sorry, I'm literally grinding. So yeah, it's really hard, because, again, especially, I don't want to say that I can't speak obviously on behalf of all foreigners, because I don't know how the other foreigners are treated, but as a Western foreigner and obviously having Western features, I definitely do get treated differently than the other students, and I'm always constantly questioned on, like, my abilities. The only thing I will say in that situation is, if you are put in that situation, you have to know yourself and know your abilities. You know what I mean? Like, if you know that you've worked hard and you know that you can do it, own it. You know what I mean? Prove it to them. You know what I mean? Like, I remember last semester when I was getting treated really poorly by my professor. He tried to speak to one of the other students who was also a foreigner, and she couldn't speak Korean very well. And so he asked her, he's like, okay, what level Korean are you? And she's like, oh, like, I'm level 3. And obviously, as you guys know, I graduated level 6. That's the highest level of Korean. And so he came over to me and he's like, oh, Ariel, okay, what level are you? And I was like, I'm level 6. And he's like, what do you mean you're level 6? And I'm like, I went to language school for 6 semesters. I am level 6 in Korean. I'm advanced in Korean. And he's like, and he didn't understand that I was better than the other students. But again, own it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm level 6 in Korean. Sorry, you know? But yeah. And then at one point, he was like, oh, like, do you think you'll be able to participate in this class? And I said, I don't even remember what I said, but I said something, and he's like, wow, you're really good at Korean. And I was like, yeah. Yeah. Anyways, I love proving people wrong. And I also love proving men wrong. That's, like, really, really big love for me. But what I will say is that, like, again, if you're in this situation where people are trying to prove you wrong, know your worth. Know your worth, and also know, like, especially for me, I have only learned the language for under 2 years. So, like, it's gonna be hard. There's gonna be points where I don't understand things, and that's also okay. You do not have to understand things 100% of the time, because you're not going to. So you have to be really kind to yourself, and also keep that, like, mindset in there. Oh, yeah. Did it turn off? My alarm went off. I forgot I set an alarm at 10:10. But yeah, I think knowing yourself and knowing your worth is, like, so hugely important for, like, a situation like this, because yeah, you get tested all the time on your abilities, and nobody thinks you deserve to be where you are when you do. I applied to university. I got in, just like everyone else. Do you think the Korean class prepared you enough? What would you feel like you could change? I think it definitely prepared me in the sense of academically. I can participate very well. Like, in school discussions and in, like, academics, I was prepared, because I know academically the structure of, like, how Korean works. I will say that math class is hard, but math class is obviously going to be different because every country, like, does math differently. I don't even know how to explain it, but everyone does math different. So math classes suck because I don't understand how to do math in Korean. But I would say, like, 80% of the time, I can actively participate and understand what the professor is saying in most of my classes. Obviously, it depends on the actual material, because if it's material I've seen before, it's way easier to comprehend than, like, Buddhism studies, which I don't know anything about Buddhism, so half the time I'm sitting there, I'm like, what the hell are you saying? So that's hard. And, like, meditation class is pretty hard because, again, I don't really know much about meditation, so it's harder to, like, understand, I suppose. But I would say yes, they did prepare me. The one thing that they did not prepare me for is the social aspect of college, like trying to interact with my peers, because I know formal Korean. I do not know informal Korean. I don't have Korean friends, so I struggle a lot with, like, slang, like that kind of things. Like, if somebody were to say, like, a slang word to me, I wouldn't understand it because I have not been accustomed to, like, my generation Korean. Like, you know how, like, in English I say a lot of slang words, and you know how, like, in English there's, like, a lot of, like, phrases and things that we say that are, like, kind of, like, stupid. Those kinds of things in Korean I don't understand, especially, like, in text as well. I have no idea what they're saying. So I think language school definitely prepared me for university in the academic sense, but not in the sense of social life, like, social aspect. Because I still struggle to speak to my classmates because I have no idea what they're saying half the time. Like, literally, I'm just sitting there like, oh, you said a slang word. I should know what that means, but I don't. That's awkward. And also, sometimes the students speak so quickly that I'm like, I have no idea what you're saying. Sometimes it's easier to understand the professors, honestly. I'm in 2 classes from graduating, but I want a minor in Japanese, but it's 2 more years. Would you recommend staying or just be done with college? It's up to you, 100%. If you want to take that minor, go for it. I'd say absolutely go for it. If you don't want to do it and you can't afford to do it, don't do it. But if you want to, do it. The one thing I will say, though, is that you can always go back to school. So, like, if you want to graduate now and then in a year you're like, fuck, I regret my decision, and you want to go back, you can always go back to school. But if you have the money now and you have the time now, I'd say go for it. But if you don't, maybe no. I don't know. Don't take my advice. Just do whatever your heart desires. But I feel like that's what I would do. Like, if I had the time and the money, yeah, I'd do it now. But if I didn't have the time nor the money, school's always an option later. The thing about school is you can really do it at any age, so that's what I'll say. That's my advice. It's probably terrible advice. Don't take my advice. Don't take my advice. Please don't take my advice. Actually, I take it back. Please don't take my advice. But yeah, that's probably what I'd say. But yeah, for the most part, again, I don't want to sit here and just like complain about my life here in Korea because honestly, as you guys know, I love living here and I'm so grateful to live here. And as much as like as hard as it is in school, I'm so grateful to be here and to be in school here. And I still learn every single day, you know, something new. And it's very challenging, but it's like a good kind of challenging. But I also am not going to try and sit here and tell you guys it's perfect because there's going to be times where like life fucking sucks. And like, that's just me being honest. So yeah. I also will just like, again, reiterate the point that I hate school everywhere. So like a lot of people always ask me like, oh Ariel, like if you're struggling so hard, like why are you going to school there? I hate school everywhere, guys. It's not just a Korea thing. I do not like school at all. I think school, honestly, part of me really hates school for so many different reasons. But like there's a lot of things about like just like the general like school. Like I don't like school. I think it's stupid, honestly, but I've always thought that way though. It's funny because like most of my family is teachers or like principals, and I'm like, ha ha ha. That's funny, but yeah, I hate school. I hate the concept of school. I hate a lot of things about school. So my like negative feelings towards school are not just because I'm in Korea. Like I have negative feelings towards school in any country because I don't like school. Societal pressures that we all need to go to school are stupid. I don't like that. I don't like anything that makes me conform. Yeah, I don't like school. Sorry, everyone. If you're a fan of school and studying, I love that for you, but it's not for me. I wish I could learn things that I want to learn. And I wish I could learn things that would actually help me in the future. But I'm learning things that are pointless, and I'm getting grades, and I'm getting assessed on knowledge that I will not keep because it's not meant to keep. School is meant to memorize and not to keep the knowledge, which always frustrates me. Because I'm like, if you're trying to make me learn something, don't you want me to know it for the rest of my life, or at least like for a long period of time? Whereas like, no, like you memorize it, you take the test, and if you get a good enough grade, you forget it. Like, why do we need to be tested on material? It just, drives me insane. Anyways, I could go on like a 50-minute rant on how I hate the education system, but I won't. I'll spare you it. I'll spare you all my rant of why I hate school. I also hate the social aspect of school. I hate the social aspect of school. I hate how they make it a competition. It should not be a competition. We should be there to learn, not to compete. Oh, it drives me insane. I hate how numbers and letters dictate your future. Like if you get a certain letter or a certain number, that's where your future is headed. But if you don't, your future is like tainted. And I'm like, fuck that. Anyways, sorry. I'm an anti-school person. Like, sure, do I think people need to be educated? Of course, I think education is important. But I think the assessments on education drive me insane. Also, I'm such an introvert and not like a people person that school is just not for me. But it's so funny because I did online school, obviously because of COVID, and I hated online school. I thought I would really, really enjoy online school, but I hated it. Like, I really despised online school. Because I feel like if I'm not put in the pressure of like a classroom, I won't learn. So it's like so frustrating because all of our lives we're taught that we need to like learn, and then you're put on online school and like you don't want to do shit because like you're like, I don't need to. But then you go back into the classroom and you're like, all right, I'm back. Anyways, rants about school. Guys, do you enjoy watching TV to relieve stress? No, but there's this one American TV show that I absolutely am obsessed with, and they just dropped season 4 part 2. I think it was on Friday. No, yeah, it was on Friday, and I have not watched it, and I'm like grasping like my fist, like throwing myself off a cliff because I want to watch it so bad, but it also scares me, so I have to watch it only in the daytime. So I need a day where I can just like watch all of it in the daytime. Because if I watch it at night, I get freaked out. Because also I live alone. It freaks me out. I hate shows that freak me out but are so interesting. I'm like, why does the plot have to be so good, but why do I have to be scared of everything? I'm actually, guys, fun fact, did it mess up the live again? Guys, here's a fun fact about Ariel. I don't know if you guys knew this, but I'm a scaredy cat. I'm actually afraid of most things. I actually am really, really afraid of most things. I feel like that's something you guys don't know about me. I'm afraid of a lot of things. I have so many fears. I think though fear and anxiety are like such like a close related couple like of emotions. Like I kind of feel like they're dating or like they're at least in love, you know? So I think my anxiety doesn't help my fears, you know? I think part of my fears are just my anxiety. Yeah, I'm scared of everything. So the show that I like scares me because the plot is very like futuristic, like mystical forces kind of thing, and like that freaks me out because I hate that. But I gotta watch it. I gotta know what happens, you know? I'm scared to waste 2 years with no one to practice Japanese with. I feel that. I mean, I don't really practice Korean with anyone except if I go to like a store or something. So that's fun. But I feel that. But you know, maybe try like those, you know, those like language exchange apps. I heard a lot of people have good experience with them. I've never tried them, but maybe it would help you. Like a language exchange app or something. I don't know if they do them a lot for Japanese, but I've seen them a lot for Korean, but that's on TikTok. I feel like that's just like my For You page is all of that. Do you plan on going to WeaversCon really early for Barricade? Absolutely. For day 2, not for day 1. What show is it? Manifest. It's called Manifest. It's about a plane crash. It's so good. So good. But I can't watch it because it scares me. Anyways, just Ariel's anxiety tings, you know? Ariel's crippling anxiety comes out in the form of fear. I feel like there's got to be psychology on that. I should do some research on that. The association between fear and anxiety. Like, do I actually fear things or am I just anxious? Ooh, that's kind of profound. Wow. Am I actually afraid or am I just anxious? College scares me. I'm only 2 semesters in, but I want to change my major, but I'm scared to do though because of the process. I would say fuck the process and don't go for it. Absolutely go for it. I changed my major. What was it? I technically changed my major 3 times, but I've changed my major so many different times, and I would say go with the path that you want. You can always change back and know that it doesn't mess up with any kind of path. There's no set path. There's no set rules for college. There should be absolutely no, absolutely like no set timeline for college. Like college is not a 4-year process. College can be however long you need it to be. And there's no set path for college at all. I would just say if what you're doing is not making you happy and you want to do something else, do it. Absolutely do it. 100%. Like I'm saying that like with my full, true, honest heart. Like I believe that fully. Like if you are doing something that makes you upset and does not make you happy, it is not worth studying. You need to do what makes you happy because you only got one shot. Like of course you can go back to college. You can go back and get a different degree. But if you can change it now, do it. Because the thing is you can always change back as well. You know what I mean? I think everyone always thinks that like, oh, if I change my major, I can't go back to the old major. You can do whatever the hell you want. There's no set time limit on college. Of course, there's the financial aspect that you always have to keep in mind that I think is obviously a really big concern for a lot of people. But what I will say is that you can always change back and you can always change again. So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Again, I know financial aspects might be different for everyone, but don't worry about it. I have to leave my house at 5 a.m. if I want to get barricade. I wish they released a time. You can start lining up for the wristbands at 9 and you get your wristbands at... No, you can get your wristband at 9, I think. No. You can start lining up for the wristbands at 9. You get your wristbands at 10. I think you can start entering at 10, I believe. It's 9 and 10. I think wristbands are at 9, entrance is at 10. But the thing is, for standing, they're gonna have a different system for standing, but they haven't announced how the standing is gonna work. If I'm correct, I think it's gonna be something where you have to apply for standing, and if they let you do it, you can get standing, but they might not allow you to be standing. So I'm gonna go early, but I don't even know how the standing process is gonna work. I feel like it's gonna be like you have to be in the vicinity of the venue and then you can apply as long as you're in the vicinity of the venue and you've checked in. But again, Weavers hasn't announced how they're doing standing yet, so once we find out how standing works, then we can kind of figure it out. But if I'm not mistaken, wristbands are 9, entrance is 10, and it starts at 11. That's, I think, how it's working. Yeah. But like I said, I'm only doing standing for day 2, so I have no idea. I will not be standing on day 1. I'm gonna be sitting. Because for day 1, I really want to see and hype in, but there's not really too many artists I care about day 1. Outside. Inside, I'm gonna see. I'm so excited for inside. But yeah. I still need to think about buying my Les Seraphim lights. Oh, I should probably do that soon if I want to do that. I can't decide. The Les Seraphim light stick is so expensive, but I'm like, I really want it, but I'm like, I can't spend the money. Ugh, I want it, but it says on Weavers they're gonna announce a queue for standing. Yeah, I know. I know. Don't worry, I've been staying up to date with everything. I really am trying for standing for Sunday. But I don't know how it's gonna work. We'll see, we'll see. Guys, I'm sweating so bad. I keep forgetting how hot it is in here. Oh, it's so warm in my house that I feel like constant sweat. Drip, 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 dripping love, love. Dripping, dripping sweat, not dripping love. But yeah. Like I said, I picked out my outfit for day 2 of Weavers Con. I don't know what I'm gonna wear for day 1. Day 1 is gonna be way more chill though, so I wanna like look cute and like take cute pictures because I feel like day 2 I'm gonna have no time to take pictures. Until after the standing, which will be at 4 p.m. And I'll probably look a lot different from whenever I arrive till 4 p.m. Like I'm gonna look completely different. What songs do you think TXT will do? They already announced the set list. They announced what they'll be performing. The only thing I don't know is if they're going to be performing the same set list on both days, because obviously I believe that they will have more time inside than outside. I don't know, but they already announced the set list. They made like a playlist on Spotify of all the tracks that everyone's performing. So they're only performing 2 B-sides, which are Anti-Romantic and Tinnitus, which, first of all, Hype, you're so sexy for that. You're so sexy for Tinnitus. But they're performing mostly titles. Like, I think they're performing every single title except for Crown, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they're performing every single title except for Crown. Will your new place have air conditioner? Yes, this one also does, but my air conditioner is really dusty, so it keeps pushing dust in the air, and it's making my throat hurt, so I can't use the air conditioner, because I don't want to have dusty lungs. Like, that thing right there is my air conditioner. It works. It blows cold air, but it blows dust into the air as well. And I'd rather not have dusty lungs. I've tried to clean it too. Don't even try and tell me. I've tried to clean it. Doesn't work. You can't clean. I've tried. I promise I've tried, guys. I've tried. It's like in the part that you can't reach, the part that spins has just black mold and dust on it. So I'm not putting it on. The only times I put it on is when I have the window open, so it kind of ventilates. But then it also doesn't really work because then it's not that cold in here. But nothing I can do about it. It's okay. I don't really care anymore. I've kind of given up on my AC. Like last night, oh my god, you guys, it was so hot in here last night. Oh, I was sweating. I'm the kind of person, okay. I told you guys earlier, I'm afraid of everything. I'm the kind of person that always has to have like something over me when I sleep because I don't like the feeling of not being covered when I sleep. I slept with no covers yesterday. The demons could have gotten me, but I did it. Aigu, wait. I have to turn my alarm off. I forgot it's every 8 minutes. I have to go anyway soon, but it's okay. Yeah. I slept with no covers yesterday, guys. It was quite scary. It's like, you know, like when your feet are exposed from the covers and you feel so vulnerable? That's how I felt yesterday. Except my entire body was vulnerable. Terrible. But yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go now because I have a lot of things I need to do today. I have like such a large list of to-dos, and I'm like, that to do? Oh my god. Anyways, tomorrow's gonna be a great day. But yeah, I have so much to do today, so I will talk to you guys later. I hope you guys have a fantastic evening, morning, or afternoon, wherever you guys are. And yeah, I love you all. Bye bye.